Hi guys, and welcome to a sneak peek of Steampunk Revival. I thought I'd go through and show you what's coming, what we've got planned, but before I do that I wanted to talk about where it came from. Now 5 years ago we were all locked up with COVID and I thought, what am I going to do with myself? So I thought, you know what, I've been drawing these things, these little houses, crazy little architectural things, snails, which were also houses. I was just drawing them for fun. I'd colour them in. I really loved colouring them in, and I put them on Instagram and people seemed to really love them. I thought, you know what, these are fun to colour. Why don't I put these up in, combine them all into a colouring book and publish it, self-publish it. So I did that and created a little cover which was reminiscent of all those houses, and that's where it all started. So I kept drawing pirate things, little castaway islands, just all the crazy stuff I was drawing at the time, and I put it up and we created this little guy, which is Steampunk Houses. And little did I know that that little book that I created 5 years ago, just for fun really, to do something while we were locked up, was going to revolutionise my life really, because you guys have loved it, and because there's so much support from the colouring community. This thing got widespread and well known. People seemed to really love it. People bought it, and I thought, you know what, I should do some more. So I did a couple of steampunks, a few different steampunks, and then I changed directions, and we did Night Garden, which was another benchmark book for me, because it took me away from the whole steampunk thing. We got into a whole lot of really fun things, and then I was doing duplicates, 25 times 2 for each book, and then I thought, you know what, why don't I make duplicates with a difference? So Moonlight Mischief was my first duplicates with a difference, where the first illustration was different and changes were made to the second illustration. So in the back you can see there's a whole lot of little changes, if I could find it. So that was Moonlight Mischief. And then we started doing, I did Christmas Tiny Homes, which had colouring pages in the front, but in the back was a little village you could colour in and create for yourself. And we even took one of my illustrations, a little frog riding a snail, turned him into Mr. Fogarty, and Mr. Fogarty now has 3 books of his own. So, I mean, wow. I think we're at 24 books now. Now we've not only got different books with different characters in them, but we've got different size books. We've got our Sweet and Simple books, we've got Tiny Tales books. So over the years, it's just been so much fun to draw all these, but even more fun to have such a wonderful response from people who love colouring, who have taken what I've drawn and made it come alive with their colour. And it's so, you know, one of the great joys of my life is to have a look and see what everyone's doing and what all the illustrations look like now that they're coloured in from so many talented people all around the world. And what I wanted to do was, with this book called Steampunk Revival, which is coming up soon in mid-August, I wanted to pretty much write a love letter to the colouring community saying, it's been 5 years, we've launched a lot of books, thank you. Here's a love letter. Here's something that sort of reflects where we started, but also where we've been along that journey. And so I wanted to just acknowledge this journey and say thank you. So that's what this book is that's coming up. And I wanted to show maybe a few pages, a few rough sketches that come from that book. So, but let's grab. All right, so these are just this is my rough sketchbook. So I just rough out ideas before I take them to a final sketch, and I was just playing with the idea of, I love that whole Victorian vibe, fashion sense, top hats, inventions, all that sort of stuff. So I wanted to go there, and this illustration started out with this lady walking in her fabulous dress, wearing her top hat, reading a book, and I was thinking she'd be followed by this nanny walking a dog with a little baby, and I thought that's just too much. So I split these into 2 illustrations. I've got my first illustration with this lady, and instead of her walking a dog with a nanny, she is walking a dragon, which she's obviously created in her invention studio. Now I've got this fabulous dragon. It's not so little. It's quite a big dragon. And I've married her with... This is where it ended up, guys. We've got our lady on a mission. She's stomping through the city, walking alongside her steam-powered dragon. So just a fantastical, crazy illustration. But I just thought it would be great fun to colour her dress, but also to bring colour to this fabulous dragon. So there are duplicates with a difference. So there's the whole other vibe of illustration with the second illustration in these, but I'll leave that for when the book comes out. But you can see where we're heading. All right, what else have we got? Well, we're on this page, and this is the Apothecary's Shelf, which is another illustration within the book. And I thought, apothecaries are still around in the steampunk age, aren't they? So this guy's got his shelf. I love drawing shelves full of all fun things. So we've got vials and candles and books, clocks, dragons, little creatures that are asleep, a telephone. Here's some sort of crazy accounting machine maybe, and books and goggles, hat racks, octopuses, suitcases, globes, all fun things that would have been around in the steampunk era. So this also is a page in the book. And what else have we got in this book that I can show you? Let's flip through to another page. Here's a page. Now this is an illustration that I ended up titling Ship of Fools. You can't have steampunk without a blimp, really, I don't think. And this blimp's flying along. Underneath it is this fabulous boat with a mechanism, gears, fan out the back blowing it along. It's a huge key hanging underneath it. Bits of the engine falling out. And here are our fools. They're well-dressed and dapper bunch of animals. So we've got an elephant with a top hat wearing a suit and a cravat. And a rhinoceros who's fallen asleep. This guy's drowsy, but this guy's fully asleep. All three of these guys seem to be drinking, and maybe they've over-imbibed, who could say. The giraffe here is slumped against the back of the elephant. These are our three fools who are driving our ship. And we'll just give you a sneak peek at the final illustration. So there they are. I did shrink the engine a little bit to give these guys some more room on the boat. And everything else is pretty much along the lines of what our rough illustration was. And we've got birds here. We've got a bottle of champagne, it looks like, falling out the back of the boat. The engine's still falling to pieces. And they're still obliviously flying to somewhere. Hopefully it's somewhere nice. So that's Ship of Fools. So as you can see, we've got some fantastic little inventions, some steampunk stuff going on, but we've also got a host of new, and we've got some old favourites that will be making appearances. We've got a whole lot of new characters that are going to be featured in the book. So it's very character-centric, this book, but with a little twist of steampunk. I'm really excited about this book because I've tried to sort of accumulate all that we've done over 5 years, but tie it back in slightly with that steampunk vibe towards our first Steampunk Houses book. And as a way to say thanks to all of you guys. And 5 years, 24 colouring books, and a fabulous ride that we've been on over that time. So I know that you've been waiting for this, guys, and I'm going to just flash up onto the screen now the cover of this book. There will be a paperback and there will be a hardcover of the book, but I will also be selling PDF downloads of the book. So whichever way you prefer, you can grab it. So this guy's coming out in mid-August, and I will keep you updated. Make sure you're on the mailing list at rjhampson.com. Get you the first notice of when the book's available, and we'll make sure to keep you updated on all the socials and on YouTube and Insta and Facebook, which is where we're talking to everyone at the moment. So I hope you've enjoyed that little sneak peek into what's coming with Steampunk Revival. Keep your eye out for more info, and we'll make sure to keep you guys in touch with where it is and what's happening, and I can't wait to launch it. So for now, I'm going to say goodbye, but I shall see you in another video. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you later.